What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny A back with you with another video. Got a quick video today, just talking about how I'm managing my money. What do I do when I get paid? And hopefully, this can help you guys save money aside and not overspend like most people tend to do when they get paid. So, what I would recommend is getting some envelopes. If you have a savings account open already, that's great. Um, and you also would want to open up an investment account. That way, when you get paid, you would deposit money right away into your investment account. So, rule number one when it comes to when you first get paid is you got to pay yourself first. And by what I mean by paying yourself first is that you have to basically take your paycheck. You get your paycheck, and let's say you make $1,000 in the week, pretty good money. So what you have to do with that $1,000 is pay yourself first. Take $100, let's say for example, put it in your savings account. Let's put those $100 away for an emergency. So you'll put $100 a week every time you get paid in that emergency account, and it should build interest if you have it in the savings account. So that's good. And then let's say you have an investment account. Take away another $100 if you can, or $50. I don't care, whatever it is. It could be 5, 10, 15, $20, 100, 200. The more you can save, the better. So let's say you take another $100 off your $1,000 paycheck. You put that other 100 in your investment account. Don't touch it. You leave it there. When you have money in your investment account, it's money that's long term, so you don't want to touch it at all. That's money that you can use further down the road, maybe like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, I don't know, whatever the case. Money that you don't touch, that builds with compounding. So you don't touch that money. And then next, once you pay yourself first, you could start paying your bills, which is what I do. I pay my cell phone bill, get that out of the way. If you could pay your bills earlier, even better. Pay your rent, mortgage, pay your insurance, car insurance, credit cards, whatever it is that you have to do, pay it right after you pay yourself first. So that's the second thing you should do. And then number three, you should have money set aside. For example, out of those $1,000, you put two away in your investment and your savings. And let's say you have, I don't know, you have $800 left. So let's put example, you spend $400 on bills, and then you could use the other $400 for yourself, for food, gas, groceries, etc. Maybe you want to buy a shirt here once in a while, which you probably shouldn't do, but let's say it's been a while since you bought yourself a shirt. Buy yourself a shirt, and not too expensive either. Don't go too fancy dancy. All right. So if you have an envelope, put away whatever you possibly can every week in that envelope. So let's say, for example, you get paid. You're like, I got $50 left over. Take the 50, put it in the envelope. And this is what I'm doing now every month. Excuse me. I'm putting $20 a week plus whatever I'm making tips at my part-time job, and I'm putting it in that envelope. And I'm not touching it until the end of the month. And then when the end of the month comes around, I put it in my bank account and put it in my investment account. That way, I could watch that money grow over time. So that's something I've been doing. I've been trying to make it a series here on my YouTube channel where every month I save and count whatever I have, show you guys what I save up every month. Last month in January of 2020, I saved up $183, putting away $20 a week and putting away my tips in that envelope. So I saved up a lot of money. Well, not a lot, but decent money. Excuse me, not a lot of money, but decent money that you could do easily just by putting it in an envelope and not touching it. So, one other thing I wanted to talk about here is credit card debt. If you have credit card debt right now, I would say pay the highest one first, and then go. No, excuse me. Actually, Said that wrong. Excuse me. Pay the lowest one first. Pay the lowest one first. Get that lowest one out of the way. Say you have 3 credit cards, one with 50, one the next one 100, and another one with 200. Pay the $50 credit card first. Get that out of the way. Next paycheck. Pay the second credit card with the $100 debt in there. Pay that. Get that out of the way, and then finally pay the one with the most last. So that way, I think it's called the snowball effect. I think that's what they call it. You pay the lowest one first, get that out of the way, and you progress paying the higher one last. But eventually, you all that money that you were paying on the first credit card goes towards the highest one. You get that out of the way, because credit card debt it's kind of like holding you back from saving, and it's very tempting to not to use the credit card, because a lot of people use it as a solution to buy things that they want, like shoes or jeans or something for the house, a new TV. The way you beat credit cards, guys, is when you use your credit card. Most importantly, you have to get a credit card that gives you points back for every purchase. Those are good credit cards that you could use. You get points, you make maybe a little bit of cash off of it somehow. But once you use your credit card, is the best thing to do is when you get paid is to pay that credit card right off right away. That way you're not worried about that credit card charging you interest. So you won't have to worry about that. You won't have to worry about paying another bill. For me, what I normally do when I use a credit card is that when I use it and I get charged on the actual app. For example, I use the Citi credit card, and when I use it, I use it maybe for like gas, fill up the tank, $20. 2 days after, I get charged on my credit card. I pay off that $20 right away, and boom, it's over with. And the reason why I do that is because when you use the credit card, you get points. With this Citibank credit card, once you use it, you get 1% for every purchase, and then you get another 1% for every time you pay the credit card. So I use it and I pay it off maybe like 2 or 3 days later. Get that debt out of the way, and it gets a little bit of points off of it. So I use that for money back, cash back. So that's something you guys should really look into, getting a credit card that gets you cash back, but don't get into debt with it. Just use it for like little things, maybe shoes that you could pay on your next paycheck right away and then get it over with. Try not to use it on things that, like for example, a new TV, $1,500 TV, unless you really have to, or if you're paying it with someone else, you guys pay it together. That would be a good idea. But get away from debt, guys, and start saving. I promise you, saving is something you guys should really consider, and not just for just mainly not. I'm not saying be cheap or anything like that, but it's a way to progress in life and look at a brighter future ahead in time. So yeah, that's just some pointers I wanted to talk about in this video. I'll probably continue making more like these, especially with my M1 Finance and Sofi, Acorns. Market was pretty down this past week, but I'm still gonna keep investing and keep positive, staying focused on my future goals. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.